Los Angeles awakens to an eerie sight. A cloud of thick, dark smoke blanketing the city as flames consume the hills and homes in their path. Amidst the chaos, one might wonder, how does a tragedy of this scale affect not only the physical world, but the spiritual and emotional lives of those impacted? What role does faith play when the elements turn against humanity? Faith becomes a beacon of hope in such moments. For many, it provides strength to face unimaginable loss, and for others, it becomes a call to action. Communities gather in prayer, seeking divine intervention as they grapple with the devastation around them. If you enjoy content that helps you grow spiritually, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and join our community for more inspiration. Let's get started. While firefighters battle the physical flames, spiritual leaders and individuals alike strive to combat the emotional and spiritual fallout of the disaster, uniting in a shared plea for guidance and protection. The wildfires tearing through Los Angeles have caused immense damage. Within 24 hours, more than 70,000 people were forced to evacuate, leaving behind homes and memories. 5 lives were already claimed, and countless others remain at risk. Entire neighborhoods in Pacific Palisades, Calabasas, and Santa Monica have become unrecognizable, transformed into ashen landscapes. Emergency responders work tirelessly, yet the ferocity of the flames, amplified by the dry Santa Ana winds, complicates their efforts. For those left behind, prayer becomes both a solace and a rallying cry. Families huddle together, reciting verses like Psalm 46:1. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. This passage echoes in shelters and evacuation centers, reminding people that faith can withstand even the fiercest infernos. Those who lost everything often speak of finding strength in community and belief, a testament to the resilience born from spiritual conviction. Simultaneously, the world watches, captivated by the unfolding tragedy, and moved to offer aid through prayers and donations. Images of firefighters risking their lives to save others serve as a poignant reminder of sacrifice and service. Social media becomes a platform for sharing heartfelt prayers and messages of encouragement, creating a digital tapestry of faith and support. The events in Los Angeles challenge the physical and spiritual endurance of its residents. In moments of despair, faith becomes a lifeline, a way to find meaning amid chaos. As the fires rage on, this belief unites the affected in a shared hope that, like the phoenix rising from the ashes, they too will emerge stronger. Chris Pratt's social media posts sparked a wave of engagement, not just from fans, but from a global audience compelled by his heartfelt plea. His message was not merely a call for awareness, but a profound act of faith, asking millions to join him in prayer for California. The simplicity of his words carried an undeniable weight. Please send prayers and strength tonight to all the residents of Los Angeles affected by these devastating fires. We all face moments when chaos and uncertainty seem to overshadow everything, leaving us searching for strength and purpose. In those times, finding solace through faith can transform our perspective and renew our hope. This is exactly what The Secret of Jesus' Apparitions offers, a path to clarity and peace through his revelations. This ebook goes into his prophecies and offers insight into what lies ahead. It's available for free in the pinned comment. Grab it now before the edition's gone. His actions reflected a growing trend among public figures who embrace spirituality as part of their public image. Pratt, known for his outspoken Christian faith, used his platform not for self-promotion, but to amplify the power of collective prayer. Sharing photos of the destruction and the brave efforts of firefighters, he invited his 45 million Instagram followers and 8 million X followers into a spiritual dialogue that transcended the tragedy itself. The response was immediate and overwhelming. Comments flooded his posts with promises of prayers, stories of resilience, and shared faith. "We're praying with you, Chris," one user wrote, while another added, "God bless you for reminding us of the power of prayer." For many, his words served as a reminder that faith can be a unifying force even in the darkest moments. Pratt's appeal also underscored the human tendency to seek divine intervention in times of disaster. It highlighted the importance of collective spirituality in providing emotional strength and fostering a sense of global community. Passages such as Matthew 18:20, "For where 2 or 3 gather in my name, there am I with them," became a cornerstone for the prayers shared in the comments, reinforcing the idea of spiritual solidarity. In leveraging his celebrity status, Pratt not only united believers, but also inspired a dialogue on the role of spirituality in modern crises. His posts became a virtual sanctuary where people of all backgrounds could come together, share their hopes, and find solace in a shared belief in something greater. For those fighting the fires and those affected, these prayers served as a beacon of hope, reminding them they were not alone. Messages of solidarity spread rapidly across social media, creating a digital wave of hope and prayer. People from different countries and faiths shared images of candles, clasped hands, and scriptures, tagging "Pray for California" in their posts. One user wrote, "Even from across the world, we send our prayers to Los Angeles. May the flames die out, and may hope rise again." The collective outpouring was not just about religion, but a shared humanity, uniting strangers in a single purpose. In the midst of this virtual chorus, personal stories began to emerge. A firefighter's wife shared how her husband, after battling the flames for 48 hours without rest, called her to say, "Keep praying for us. It's the only thing keeping me going." Her post garnered thousands of likes and comments, with people offering their prayers and words of encouragement. Social media, often criticized for its divisive nature, became a source of comfort and inspiration. People who had never been to California were extremely moved by the damage and the strength of the people who lived there. Messages included excerpts from spiritual texts like Isaiah 43:2, "When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze." These words echoed across platforms, offering strength to those on the ground and those watching from afar. Amid moments like these, when faith brings us together, remember to claim your free copy of the ebook available in the pinned comment. Only a few copies remain. Don't miss this opportunity to deepen your journey of hope. In this digital gathering of faith, even non-religious voices found a place. Posts emphasized unity, kindness, and collective action, transcending denominational boundaries. Influencers and faith leaders hosted live prayer sessions, encouraging participants to light a candle, bow their heads, and join hands virtually. As the fires advanced into Santa Monica and Calabasas, a sense of urgency heightened these exchanges. Photos of ash-covered homes and brave firefighters drenched in sweat filled timelines, pushing prayers into action. Many users organized fundraisers, using the momentum of these spiritual appeals to provide financial aid for evacuees and emergency services. The power of collective spirituality was undeniable. What began as individual prayers evolved into a global movement, blending faith and action to support a city in crisis. In moments of despair, these virtual acts of kindness and prayer showed that hope could still burn brightly even when surrounded by ashes. Amid the thick smoke and blistering heat, firefighters pushed their bodies and spirits to the limit. Many of them had not slept for over 24 hours, driven by an unwavering commitment to save lives and protect what remained of the communities under siege. The sound of crackling flames was deafening, but among the chaos, their courage spoke louder. One firefighter, interviewed briefly before returning to the line, said, "We don't think about ourselves in moments like this. We think about the people who need us and the families who pray for us." The Santa Ana winds, gusting unpredictably, forced teams to re-strategize constantly. Aircraft grounded due to turbulent skies left many fire crews relying solely on manual efforts. Firefighters formed human chains to battle the infernos consuming Calabasas and Pacific Palisades, equipped only with hoses and shovels against walls of fire. Some carried with them small tokens of faith, a rosary wrapped around a wrist, a prayer card tucked into a pocket. These symbols became silent affirmations of their hope and resilience. In evacuation centers, families whispered prayers for their loved ones on the front lines. Children held onto plush toys while parents clasped their hands together, repeating lines like Psalm 91:11. "For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." The verse, written on a hastily scribbled sign hung in one of the shelters, became a source of solace for those anxiously awaiting news. The emotional toll on the first responders was immense. Stories circulated of firefighters kneeling in the ash-covered ruins of homes, offering a moment of silence before moving to the next battle. Volunteers brought water and energy bars to the teams, often leaving notes with messages of gratitude. "Your bravery is our salvation," read one letter found inside a package left near a fire truck. Despite the grueling conditions, these men and women pressed on, carrying the weight of a city's hope on their shoulders. Their actions were not just physical, but spiritual acts of service, embodying a sacrifice that inspired those watching. To many, they were not just firefighters, but protectors, guided by a strength greater than their own, battling both the flames and the despair threatening to engulf Los Angeles. As we unite in prayer for California, let this be a reminder. The e-book in the pinned comment offers reflections that can uplift and guide you. Download your copy before it's gone. For those directly affected by the fires, spiritual resilience became as vital as physical survival. In shelters, evacuees gathered to share not just meals and blankets, but also moments of collective prayer. A pastor from a local church arrived at one shelter in Santa Monica with a portable speaker, leading a group of displaced families in hymns that echoed through the gymnasium. "Even in the flames, God walks with us," he reminded them, quoting Isaiah 41:10. "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God." Small acts of faith were scattered everywhere. A volunteer handed out handwritten cards inscribed with inspirational messages. "Stay strong. You are not alone, and God's light will guide you." Children, unaware of the full scale of the disaster, sat together drawing rainbows and angels on scrap paper, their innocent artwork pinned to the walls of the shelter to brighten the atmosphere. Meanwhile, the elderly sat quietly, fingering rosaries or reciting psalms under their breath. Outside the shelters, local churches and synagogues opened their doors around the clock, offering spaces for people to find solace. Priests and rabbis stood side by side, offering blessings to those who sought them. "This is not a time for division, it's a time for unity," said one priest, who had turned his chapel into a supply station for fire victims. Lines of people stretched out the door, not only for food and water, but also for a simple word of encouragement or a moment of shared prayer. As the fires crept closer to densely populated neighborhoods, the fear became palpable. Yet for many, fear was met with determination fueled by faith. Messages on social media called for collective prayers at specific times, creating a synchronized spiritual effort. The hashtag United in Faith trended for hours, as users from across the globe posted videos of themselves praying for California. One video, showing a group of hospital staff kneeling together during a shift change, went viral, inspiring thousands to join the movement. The fires continued their destruction, but in their wake they revealed a powerful truth. Faith is not just a personal refuge, but a force that binds communities together. It became clear that even as flames consumed the physical, the spiritual remained unshaken. In the aftermath of the flames, communities began to confront the stark reality of the devastation left behind. Streets were lined with charred remnants of homes, and smoke lingered in the air like a haunting memory. Yet amidst the destruction, stories of hope and resilience emerged. Neighbors who had never spoken before embraced each other, offering whatever help they could, sharing food, clothing, and even temporary shelter. Faith communities played a pivotal role in the healing process. Churches, mosques, and temples organized donation drives, collecting everything from canned goods to clothing. In one particularly touching moment, a mosque in Calabasas opened its doors to displaced families, hosting interfaith gatherings where prayers and blessings were shared regardless of religious background. A volunteer at the mosque explained, "We don't see religion, we see humanity. This is about rebuilding together." In challenging times, finding resources to strengthen our faith is vital. The free ebook linked in the pinned comment is still available, but supplies are limited. Secure your copy now. Efforts to restore what was lost extended beyond physical aid. Spiritual leaders began holding open-air services in the affected neighborhoods, standing amidst the ruins to deliver messages of hope. A rabbi walking through the ashes of a destroyed synagogue found an undamaged Torah scroll, which became a symbol of endurance for the local community. "The flames may have destroyed our walls, but they could not touch our spirit," he said to those gathered around him. For the children, art became a tool for processing trauma. Schools that survived the fires invited students to paint murals of renewal and hope. One mural in Pacific Palisades depicted a phoenix rising from the ashes, with the words "Stronger Together" painted boldly across the top. These creations became a testament to the unbreakable spirit of those who endured so much. If this message makes you think and you feel it connects with you, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Also, if you really want to support our work and help us keep creating valuable content, consider giving us a super thanks. Join this amazing community and don't miss any news. The state of California also saw an outpouring of support from across the country. Volunteers from as far away as Texas and New York arrived to help clear debris and distribute supplies. Stories of small miracles, like a firefighter finding a family's heirloom Bible intact amidst the rubble, were shared widely, serving as reminders that even in devastation, traces of hope remained. As rebuilding efforts began, the focus shifted from survival to renewal. People spoke of lessons learned about the power of unity, the importance of faith, and the strength found in community. The fire may have tested their limits, but it also revealed a resilience that burned brighter than any flame.